Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Lizzie and today I am finally going to be dyeing my hair. I'm actually planning to color my hair with XMONDO, the XMONDO limited edition Fire Red. And this is actually a part of the limited edition Zodiac line. I chose Fire Red because I am actually a Leo. So I thought that would be kind of neat. And that's why I really was trying to previously in other videos try to kick out as much of the purple and pink tones that I had in my hair, even though I think that they would cover pretty well. I just didn't want to have like a weird melding, and I didn't want to end up with too much of a magenta tone, as much as I wanted something a little bit more warm and spicy. I actually have with me a little color wheel just to show a little bit more visually what I'm hoping for. I'm kind of in this range of like violet red and red violet. My hair is not as saturated as it is up here. It's a little bit more faded and washed out. And in some areas it is kind of cooler toned, and other areas it's actually more warm. But what I'm going for is more along the lines of like a pure red or fire red. I'm kind of thinking that the warm areas will just work to my advantage because I am going for a warmer tone. I'm hoping that I'll just make it more warm. What I'm going to be applying is vibrant enough and pigmented enough. I'm probably not going to end up with the most vibrant red. I'm probably going to end up with maybe something a little bit more in between. I'm hoping it leans a lot more vibrant and warm. I'm actually very excited to finally be at the point where I can apply this color. I've actually had it ordered and sitting at my house for weeks, but I've been waiting to apply it because I've been just trying to fade out the color that is on my head as much as possible, just because I really didn't want to have so much of that pink and purple and not nearly as deep as it was before applying, because I want the best result that I can get. That's why I said that I'm not sure that I'm going to get this color, but hopefully I can get something as close as possible. Alright, so that's my color wheel and my optimum goals and also my anticipated results. But I'm hoping for the best. I have makeup on from earlier today, and in all honesty I'm kind of surprised that it's holding up pretty okay. I don't wear vibrant colors all of the time anymore because I'm not the best when it comes to applying makeup. I feel like I apply makeup like girls my age did when they were like 13. You know, like when you just take a color and you just kind of smudge it on your eyelid and you call it a day. Pretty. But yeah, I try to apply my makeup the best that I know how. Something that actually worked out really well for me today, because I've actually been wearing this all day long, and usually my eyeshadow tends to crease, and that's probably because of my lack of knowledge with makeup. I use this setting spray, the Milani brand, the 16-hour wear, and I have to be honest, I absolutely love this. I've rebought it multiple times. It just like lays really well on my makeup, and it gives a little bit of a matte finish, but not so matte, if that makes sense. Like I like a little bit of matte just for oil control. But also my best friend actually gave this to me, and it turned out to be a little bit too dark for her, and conversely it's a little bit light for me, but whenever I wear it with eyeshadow and everything else, it kind of warms it back up to where it's actually very wearable and very nice. But it looks like it's the brand Misha Perfect Cover BB Cream, and it says it provides full coverage finish, and it was really, really nice. But I really think that this product is what made the difference in the application of my eyeshadow, and that in combination with my setting spray. Sorry. That in combination with my setting spray, that really made the difference in making my eyeshadow last as long as it has. So I thought, well, since it's still on my face, usually it doesn't last all day. So I know that intro was a little bit long. Something that I thought would be neat before we get started is to actually swatch the different reds that I do have. I don't have garnet, unfortunately, but I do have one that's pretty close in tone, I would say. I have the berry, which is kind of close. It's like a really deep, and I mentioned this before, it's kind of like a deep purpley plum red color. It's really, really pretty. And as I mentioned in one of my last videos, I actually used this to color correct my hair the first time I did color correction, and it worked out really well for me. And that was whenever I was switching from having green, like really long term for like 8 months, and I decided I wanted to go more in the red realm. And this was a really, really nice color to apply onto the green that I had to get me the most optimum results. And since then I haven't had any green show up as many times as I've refaded my hair. And as you can see, there's like no green left in my hair. Even when my hair is faded more than it is currently, I've never had any green traces show up since then. But yeah, I have the color XMONDO in the color berry, and I also have XMONDO in the classic super red, and then of course I have it in the limited edition Zodiac fire red. So I thought it would be neat to just swatch each color just to see how they compare to one another, because in all honesty, I have actually not really seen hardly anybody apply fire red to their actual hair. I've seen a couple videos where they swatch the color or they swatch it on extensions, but I haven't really seen many videos of people actually applying this to their hair. But yeah, swatching hair dye actually is a really effective way that allows you to visually see how a specific hair dye or shade will ideally look on your hair before you actually apply it. So I thought that would be kind of neat to just kind of see the true color of these shades and how they compare to one another. To be clear, I actually have used these two already because that's the first red one that I used. And when I applied super red, just so you know, I did apply it on a pretty clean slate. The only pre-existing hair color I had right before that was XMONDO in super orange, and it laid like beautifully on top of it. And then, like I said, I did use berry as a color corrective option, and it also covered really well. That's why, honestly, I do have pretty high hopes for the fire red to cover like what's on my head currently, because I've had pretty good results with XMONDO in the past. I don't personally blame dyes whenever they don't work out for me, because I always try to address first my own mistakes and also what base that I'm starting off with. Because you really can't just apply a color and expect to get that exact result if the base that you're beginning with is not clean and even or optimally light enough for the color that you're going for. But regardless, I've had pretty good results using the XMONDO line, so I'm feeling positive. Yeah, but you know what? Let's get to swatching. I want to do the berry over here, and then do the super red on the opposite side, and then in the middle I'll put the fire red. I'm very excited to swatch these because, again, I haven't seen a lot of people actually apply this to their hair, but I have heard some people say that like these two colors, the super red and the fire red, are actually like very close which is kind of weird because based off just the packaging alone, they don't really look all that similar. This definitely looks more like a true, like even like a cool tone red, and this is like definitely very warm. I think I'm gonna start with the super red, which I feel like is appropriate because that's the color that I apply first. And then I'll do the berry, and then in the middle, I'll do the fire red. I feel like I'm in painting class. This color is honestly so gorgeous. As you can tell, like I've used a lot of it. It smells so good. His dyes always smell so good. I don't think I've ever swatched hair color before, but isn't that pretty? Isn't that neat? I'm probably gonna end up dyeing my whole sketchbook, but that's okay. What is next? Let's go ahead and swatch the berry. Get a clean brush. It's kind of a really nice, like plum, purpley red. And this is actually a gorgeous color. When I dyed my hair with it, it definitely didn't come out this dark. Because even though my hair is looking pretty stained and dark, it's actually pretty light underneath, like I've mentioned in previous videos. And I got a really great result, I think, especially given that I was not starting with the cleanest base, I was starting with green. I think I'm going to do it more down here, because like I said, I don't have the garnet shade, unfortunately, but this is pretty close, I think, or close enough. Alright, are you ready? Oh, I touched the other side. Oh, it's okay. I don't know what to do with my hands. Oh, I just noticed you can kind of see it more on this side. That's really cool. There's glitter in the XMONDO dyes, and I forgot about that. And you can kind of see it every so often just shimmer. You may not be able to see it as well on camera, but I can kind of see it on the paper myself, and that's really, really cool. I'm going to let this air dry just for a second. See if I can get some of this excess off of the outer edges before I accidentally glue the entirety of my sketchbook shut. You guys, I'm so sorry. I thought I was recording me swatching the middle swatch. I took a pause just for a second to clean up my hands and everything. And it turns out I forgot to hit record when I started swatching. So I'm just going to show you. There is quite a distinction actually between the three colors, even the super red and the fire red. And I could definitely see it better in person. Keep in mind too, paint, whenever you apply it on paper, sometimes it does dry like 1 to 2 shades darker. But there is a distinction. There's quite a distinction between the fire red and the super red. The super red is more of a true like cool tone red, as it's reading here. And in a little bit of a way is like a little bit darker. The fire red has a lot of warmth, but it's actually really nice. It doesn't cross too much into that orangey red territory, which in all honesty, in my opinion, is not really my preference. It's like, it's a really nice, just to kind of show a stronger distinction between the two. The fire red is very warm, and the berry has a lot of like purple undertones and cool undertones. Yeah. But I thought this little visual demonstration would be neat. Guys, let me know if you enjoyed that little visual step, and maybe I can do it in future videos, because it was actually really fun, to be honest. If you don't know, on my channel I also love to draw. I do like to create art content as well, and I've actually been wanting to upload more art content, and sketching is just like a really fun way to to get back into it, I think. It kind of gives you the whole opportunity to be experimental and messy, like we were. But yeah, if this is something that you would be interested in seeing in future videos, like future hair videos, let me know. And I'll be sure to include something similar to what I've done. Or if you guys actually have an interest in seeing sketchbook tours, I would love to show you guys more of my sketchbook. It's actually kind of funny because I really think that I've made more of a mess with doing this than I will actually getting the hair dye on myself. And maybe by the end of the video I can show you what it looks like fully dried. I think that would be kind of neat. Alrighty, and I have my little glitter bowl if I should need it, but I don't think I'm going to need it to dye with. I'm probably just going to use it to hold my little accessories that I have, like my little hair claw, clippies, and my washable little hair ties, and also some tighter elastics should I need them. Because the great thing about XMONDO dyes is that it does come in a tub, which actually makes the application like super easy. I've always really liked that it comes in a tub, and again, I've said this before, but I love the consistency. It is a little bit more thick, and it just makes the application process so much easier. Yeah, but I'm really excited about the whole like Zodiac, like Leo aspect, because again, I myself am a Leo, and I actually have like a really nice Leo candle. I actually got one of these candles for my sister. She's a Sagittarius, so I got her a Sagittarius candle, and it smells really good. I actually got it at Target, and this is a brand that is available at Target like pretty much all the time. Like every time I go, I see these candles, and especially when they're on sale, I'll grab them. But full price is like $9, but it smells so good. At least the Leo and the Sagittarius one does. But yeah, it says Leo, the courageous lion. The ruling planet is the sun, which I really like. And the actual scent is white cranberry and musk. And it's a little 8-ounce candle. But yeah, I thought I would burn it while I dye my hair. Just kind of creates a nice little mood. Yeah, but some additional like Leo themed accessories that I already have, I just wanted to show you. I have this pretty little sun pendant. And I also have this one. It's very pretty. I actually got this one off of Amazon. And a newer one that I have is this one. And it comes with this like really neat little card that kind of explains all of the stones and their meaning. I'm a really big fan of citrine and sunstone, and both of those are featured in the necklace, and so is sardonyx, carnelian, and tiger's eye. I also really love tiger's eye because my mommy. And then lastly, I just have these earrings, which you can't quite see yet, but they're a nice rich red, which I thought would be really pretty to pair with my new, hopefully red hair. Alright, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started and begin sectioning my hair so I can apply the dye. I'm going to comb through my hair really quick. If it looks like I have a lot of black sectioned in here, it's just because I had a couple light pieces that I just wanted to make sure that I do cover. I did want to mention, even though you may have already noticed, there's a little bit of a disconnect between the ends of my natural hair and the rest of my hair and the ends of the fashion color, because I got a little scissor happy and I trimmed a little bit of my ends off since my last video. Only because I have not had a proper haircut since about July, and that length really wasn't doing anything for me because that's all it was. It was just kind of like these really stringy long pieces. It did blend into my hair better overall, but honestly, it needed to go. So it did, and this is what my hair looks like now. So if it doesn't look perfect, I know. And And it really wasn't just from the color corrective or color removing techniques that I was applying to my hair recently. My ends were looking a little bit dry already. I think they honestly really just need to be cut off and done away with. But yeah, let's get started. I am going to take my earrings out because I am not wanting to really dye those. Red is pretty staining. I will say for the most part, Brad Mondo dyes are not terribly staining. I feel like they're one of the better dyes, and I would even say one of the best dyes when it comes to not being overly staining. Of course you want to take precautions, like put a skin barrier, like Vaseline, whenever you're dyeing your hair, which is amazing because anybody knows that when you dye your hair red, it can stain. Alrighty, I got just a cute little tub of Vaseline, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that really generously. I know it looks like I'm putting this all over my face, but that's just because sometimes the dye does touch unexpectedly. Like I actually just noticed I have a little bit on my chin. I'm gonna use my trusty claw clip that I use for dyeing my hair most of the time. The way this feels like heaven in my hair right now. There is no other dye out there that makes my hair feel nearly as good as Brad Mondo. Cool. Look at my dye brush. And that's why I put Vaseline all over my face. Unless you're going for like an ombre effect or like a transitional effect. I kind of personally prefer more like even color application. Because in the past when I've tried to do like darker roots and lighter ends, it always comes out looking kind of funky. Like it blends well, but I don't know if it's just because my hair is so straight and the layers in my hair are so like choppy seeming because my hair is so straight. Just always comes out looking kind of funky in my opinion. My camera's about to die, so I'm gonna try to say this quick. I'm gonna let this process, bare minimum is 20 minutes and recommended, but sometimes I let dye sit on my head longer for about like 40-45 minutes, especially if I'm really trying to cover mistakes like I am. So I think I'm gonna go with the latter. I just have a lot of positive things to say about his dyes. I think they were the first dyes I kind of started with. Like everything else doesn't really compare. I tried to salvage my makeup just a little bit, just so you could get like a little glimpse of a completed look. I don't know how other girls do that, but I tried. You guys, I feel so good. It has been a really hot minute since I've actually felt good about my hair. Oh my gosh. This is what I mean when I really feel like Brad Mondo dyes are just so unmatched, because my hair feels so good. And it took away so much of the unevenness, and it just feels so good, you guys. I feel so good. I feel so good. My makeup is looking a little weird, so I think I might style it a little bit different and show you guys again tomorrow, because I'm going to be honest, it's actually very late right now. It's like almost midnight. I kind of washed off like almost all of my makeup and then just did my skincare. The only thing I didn't wash off was my eyeshadow, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a completed look. But look at it. It is so red. It's such a perfect red. Because of what I started with, I'm not gonna lie, I was really nervous. Even though I was pretty confident the red was gonna cover, I was really scared I was gonna get really mucky ends because I just didn't know about that purple. And I think worst case scenario for me too, I really didn't want like a magenta tone, even though that color's not bad, but that's basically what I had to begin with, and I didn't want to go and put in all that work and do all those like corrective color removal methods just to end up with the same results. So like the fact that I actually have red hair and there's no purple in sight, I feel so good right now, guys. Like when I say it's been a hot minute since I feel like I felt really good about my hair, it's been a really hot minute because that color was just not it for me, I think. Not long term, not as long as I had it. And this really makes me feel good. I feel really good. I really hope you guys like it as much as I do. And I hope that the wait was worth it. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get a maybe more completed look maybe tomorrow, and maybe I can style my hair a little bit different, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna try. My hair is very straight, and I'm one of those girls that I feel like never really learned and never really taught myself to be able to do many styles with my hair. I just always want it up or down. I might try something different just to try to spruce it up a little bit more. But guys, I feel so good. And honestly, I don't feel nearly as insecure about my bangs like I did. If you look in my previous videos, they were looking pretty bad. And I think the hair color that I was working with, it was just so washed out and not for me. And like my ends literally blended in so much with my natural skin tone that it looked like my bangs were like all the way up here. And not even just that, because of the way it's grown out, it looked like my bangs were like this. But now I like my bangs. And you know what? My hair color is grown out a lot. Like I have a lot of regrowth, but like weirdly, I don't mind it as much now. And that's really nice. And this is kind of what it looks like when it's all pushed back. My hair actually really doesn't part down the middle naturally. I have a really pretty dominant side part on the left side of my hair. So that's actually how my hair naturally lays most of the time. I just blow dried my hair, so my bangs are kind of not wanting to cooperate, but you know, guys, if you stuck out this hair journey with me, I'm very appreciative. And if you like content like this and you want to see more, please give this video a like and give my channel a subscribe and join me in all the fun that I like to have on my channel. I do a variety of things. I love to play video games, I love to make art content, and I love to do weird and fun things to my hair and everything else in between. But I guess for now, I'm gonna wipe my makeup off and go to bed, and yeah, like I said, in the morning I'll try to have maybe a little bit more of a put together look for you guys. But until then, my name is Lizzie, my channel name is called Ratatouille, and until next time, bye. Thank you.